Okay, guys, let's talk about building audiences because to use any of these platforms, I don't care if it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're trying to use to broadcast, to share information, it's only as good as the audience that you develop. So let me share my screen and let me talk about some ways you can do it if you just want to spend time on it. And time versus money is always the best thing when it comes to developing these things. So I'm in LinkedIn and I just typed in an example of if let's say estate planning attorneys are good referrals for you. So whatever your business is, if you need a mortgage people, if you need attorneys, if you need chiropractors, if you need accountants, whatever you're looking for, you can always start just by doing a search in LinkedIn and it will deliver you some results of people that you can start connecting with. And when you connect, it's always good to have a note and type something in there. I saw that we have some mutual connections. I'm looking to expand my network and would like to connect with like-minded individuals. Whatever is natural to you, whatever is authentic to you, type it in here and start sending out connections. And this is something you can do through the course of your lunch hour, in the evening time, if you're just sitting watching television on your laptop, whatever is convenient for you, the more time you put into this, the better it's going to be for you. With LinkedIn, they have a paid service called LinkedIn Navigator that I can type in that exact same search result here, and then you get a lot more information that's more specific to what you're looking for because it's a paid tool. All of these platforms are advertising platforms. So if you give them a little bit of money, typically there are ways to get a little bit better information. So in order to do some of the sharing that we mentioned in the meetings, it's only beneficial to everyone if we have decent broadcast numbers. So with regards to LinkedIn, it's very important to reach different thresholds. The first minimum threshold to really be able to utilize LinkedIn is to have 500 connections, because when you're on LinkedIn, and you go to one of these connections here, it'll always say, is it below 500 or 500 plus? So 500 plus is your first goal of professional connections on LinkedIn. As you scroll down the page, you will see that this attorney actually has 823 people she's connected with. So if you look at active followers, that's how you know how many people are connected. Where LinkedIn becomes a little bit more interesting, let's go look at Jeff's real quick. So Jeff Karlowski. Jeff has over 500 connections, but let's scroll down here to followers. He has 9,234 people that he's actually connected with. So as I mentioned before, those rules of 10%, if you have 300 people that you're connected with and you make a post, at best, without it being incentivized, promoted, and pushed up, you're going to get about 30 people connecting with you. If Jeff makes a post, Jeff should see about 900 people should see his post. So this is the reason why you want to build up bigger audiences, and audiences of people that are good connections with you. So if it's somebody in the health food niche, you want to try and connect with people maybe that are personal trainers, people that have different jobs that are going to be good at connecting with you. And sometimes it's not as easy. Sometimes you have to be more broad, but the more you can focus on growing LinkedIn and Facebook to people that you are connected with and are good connections, the better it's going to be. Now, the next thing you can do is you can go down into, let me go to my LinkedIn, let me go to my network, and let me go to start connecting with this person. So let's go to Daniel Wild and go to some of their connections. You can start trying to connect with people you are connected to. So some people want to connect with people that have 20 connections, 50 connections, 100 connections, 200 connections. So there's actually software and different ways you can do to automate this. But the best way to always do this is taking your time to put in a little bit of sweat equity and grow your audience and your connections. This is really going to make it worthwhile. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them at the meeting, but this is the first step everyone should take. We do this on a regular basis. where I had about 3,000 connections. A year ago, I had 500 connections. So it's something that we are consciously working on. And I'd recommend everyone try and take the time to do the same. Thanks, guys.